Hey, this is Judah of Kids Rule Network. Today I'm at Central High School for the Khem Comic Book Fest. Come on, let's go inside. Hey, I'm with Mr. Darryl Gosselin, and he's going to tell us more about his company.
Hello, how you doing? My name is Darryl Gosselin. I represent Goza Creative Script Graphics. For over the last 10 years or so, I've been engaged in the inquiry of what it would look like for black people to have a comic book line of their own. And because I had the opportunity to work within the Newark school system and in the Summit school system and gallery system to actually develop comic book content and products, I found that kids actually responded to that. When we took it into the Newark school system, they were very surprised that kids responded to it. So at that point, they decided that what would happen is that we would actually begin to create a comic book line. So what ultimately happened was, I said, well, since all the creators that I'm asking about doing a comic book line weren't stepping up to do it, and I said, well, I guess I'll have to be that voice for it. So with that, we stepped forward and we started to create a comic book line. Okay?
Thank you, Mr. Rosa.
Thank you.
We are both brothers and we both are artists and comic book creators. We both finished our first comic books in September of 2015. We had Wasso Ratchet, which is his character Ratchet Man. He's a modern day Jekyll and Hyde that believes karma has the final say so. And then my character is Super Sketch Painter, who believes he goes to different comic book worlds to save the day.
How it's like for two brothers to work together.
We have strengthened our relationship through our art. We both have passions to create comic books since we were young. So, but back in the day, we were like, oh, Captain America, the Hulk, Thor. We thought those were the only type of characters that we could make. But we found out we can make characters that look just like us, because we can be heroes too, and that's very important to know. And after time went by, we actually pushed forward to create our own.
Also, I think it comes down to, like you said, passion. In order for us to work together, you have to have like a common goal and be passionate about it. And then if it doesn't become work, it's just something that you love to do. Whether or not we got paid to do it, we love doing this. So as time went on and we began working on our ventures, we find ourselves just like working so hard at it, but it wasn't hard work, it was just a love labor. And that's what's going to help you or anybody, brothers, who want to collaborate and do something. Just find that common goal and that common passion, and everything will fall in place, and you'll be able to just work together and things are, just run smooth.
Thank you. Hey, I'm here with Dan, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his company.
Thank you. So my name is Dan McNeil. I am the co-creator of Corsairs and the co-owner of Kid Monster Creations, which is a comic book company. We do a lot of different work. We try to stay away from the men in tight stories. We like to do really political, very real-world based stories and kind of give you a little bit of flair, whether it be pushed in the future or something in the present.
What's the difference between a writer and an artist?
Well, I think I want to start off by saying that it's a collaborative process in the creation. In my role as the writer, I'm responsible for everything that deals with the dialogue, how the characters speak, how they look, how the environment is, where they're at in the scene. And then what I do is I translate that or provide that in a script form to my artist, and then he takes that and kind of melds with me in terms of where I'm at with the descriptions and where he thinks what I'm trying to describe, and we come up with a finished product. The artist is responsible for everything. He or she does all the research, all of the preliminary sketches on what the character's going to look like, how tall, how fat, whether it's a male or a female, whether it's an alien. They're responsible for that, and it's a collaborative process with me. I yay or nay some of the ideas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm here with Mr. Sterling, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his company.
How you doing? My name is Taylor Sterling, and my company is Red Arsis Entertainment. And my first comic book, Alchemist, right here, is a sci-fi martial art action story based around a shape-shifting anti-hero. He travels from the past into the future and has to fight his way to the truth about where he comes from, where he gets his powers, and incurs lots of opposition and basically has to fight his way to the truth. Alchemist is a labor of love for me. It took me about 10 years from the time I was in high school till I was about 28 to refine the characters as well as the story, the script, and also gather a team of artists to finally come up with my book. I started working on this in January of 2014, and it took me about 6 months from start to finish. After I finished drawing the comic book from a script that I co-wrote with an author, I actually solicited the talents of a DC Comics letterer, a Aspen Comics inker, and a colorist who worked for Image. I spent a lot of my own personal money into this, facilitated and put it into this project in order to come up with a very professional product to compete with, the likes of Marvel and DC and other big entities.
So what does it take to make a good product?
You can't sacrifice on quality at all. You have to, even if it takes you an extra year to come out with a solid product, you want to take that time because people will notice. The consumer notices when the product is lackluster, when they can see that you skipped out on certain details. So it behooves any artist to take the time necessary to make sure that they are, again, putting the necessary elements and taking the time to put the right product together.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right now, I'm here with Mr. Eric, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his comic, Night Seeker.
Hi guys, Night Seeker's about a college kid who grows up in the cities of Trenton, New Jersey, and everything's all present day, and he works part-time for a news company as a tech. And one night he's working at one of the new buildings, and he has an extraterrestrial encounter with a dying alien officer, almost like Green Lantern effect. But the powers he gives to the kid is more of a predator-alien mix. So he's actually becomes a super hunter, super killer. But at the same time, he has to uphold the code of a knight. So he only kills for a purpose and reason. But when he does kill, he does cry about it. But it deals with the drug cartels. It deals with ancient history and everything else mixed into one book. So we have vampires, mutants, werewolves, the whole 9 yards is in the books that we do. So it all takes place here in New Jersey, New York City, and Philadelphia. So it's very, very different. It's a good mixture of genres. And if you're looking for something special, we got it.
That's great. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Hey, we're with a special participant at the Comic Book Fest, and she's going to tell us a little bit about herself.
Hi, I'm the Gotta Negra. I'm an alternative hip-hop artist who tends to cosplay. I'm a black cat. I have an album, Gotta City, is on iTunes. And I'm just here to enjoy the day and get to know some people and say hello to everyone.
Thank you.
I am James Armstead, Lafayette, one of the first American history spies from the Revolutionary War, and a black man.
That is awesome.
How you doing? My name is Xavier Lee. I'm cosplaying as PB Soldier from the graphic novel PB Soldier, and the artist behind the creation of this concept is Nasid Gifted.
Thank you.
Hold on, I got a look. Very super. Y'all ready?
Hey. Thank you for rescuing us. Great, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So there you have it. That was the second annual Khem Comic Book Fest. Hopefully you'll be there next year. This is Judah for Kids Who Network, Springfield, New Jersey.